People who say, I'm happy all the time, are often the ones struggling the most to hold it together. That sounds harsh, maybe even a little unfair. But stay with me, because this isn't about judging anyone. It's about understanding something. Most people never stop to question. There's always that one person. You know exactly who I'm talking about. No matter what's happening in their life, no matter how chaotic things get, they smile, nod, and say, I'm happy, then says, oh yes. You ask again just to be sure. How are you really doing? There's a small pause, barely noticeable, just a second, maybe less. I'm happy, and just like that, the conversation ends. Well, they shift the topic. They ask you something instead. They keep things moving, almost like they don't want the moment to stay there for too long. At first, it feels normal, even admirable. You think, wow, this person is strong. They don't complain. They've got things figured out. But over time, if you really pay attention, something starts to feel slightly off. Not wrong, just incomplete. Like you're only seeing the surface of something deeper. Because real emotions don't usually repeat themselves like that. Think about the last time you felt genuinely happy. Not just okay, not just fine, but actually deeply happy. Did you feel the need to announce it repeatedly? Did you keep reminding people, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy? Probably not. Because when something is real, it doesn't need constant confirmation. It expresses itself naturally, in your energy, in your tone, in the way you respond to things, even in silence. But when someone says, I'm happy, again and again and again, it starts to sound less like an emotion and more like something they're trying to hold on to. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Because sometimes I'm happy isn't a reflection of reality, it's protection from it. There's a concept in psychology called self-affirmation. It's when you repeat something, not just to express it, but to stabilize it internally, to keep it from slipping away. In simple words, sometimes people don't say things because they are true. They say them because they're trying to make them stay true. Now imagine this moment. Someone asks you a real question. Not small talk, not surface-level conversation, something deeper. How are you actually doing these days? For a split second, something real starts to come up. Stress, pressure, loneliness, uncertainty. You feel it. It's there. Clear but uncomfortable. And then almost automatically, I'm happy. Quick answer. Clean answer. Safe answer. Because the moment you say, I don't think I'm okay, everything changes. Now you have to face it. Now you have to sit with it. Now you have to deal with questions you've been avoiding for a while. Questions like, why do I feel like this? Since when has this been building up? What do I actually want? And those are not easy questions. So the brain does something very efficient. It protects you. It shuts the door before it even opens. I'm happy, an end of conversation, end of discomfort. But here's the deeper layer. And this is where most people stop looking. Over time, people build identities around emotions. I'm the strong one. I'm the positive one. I don't break. I don't complain. I'm always okay. I'm always happy. And once that identity is built, it becomes something you feel responsible to maintain, not just in front of others, but inside your own mind. Because if you're the happy one, then what happens on the days you're not? What happens when you wake up and things don't feel right? Well, when your energy is low, when your thoughts feel heavy, when nothing seems as simple as it used to. That creates tension, a quiet internal conflict. And the easiest way to resolve that tension is not to question the identity. It's to reinforce it. I'm happy, even if deep down it doesn't fully match what you're feeling. Now here's something even more subtle. Some people who say I'm happy often are not trying to hide anything. They genuinely believe it, or at least they really want to. They focus on the good, they avoid negativity. They keep themselves busy. They move forward no matter what. And from the outside, that looks like strength, but there's a very thin line here. a line most people don't notice, the difference between choosing positivity and needing positivity to avoid something. That difference changes everything. Because real emotional strength isn't about always feeling good. It's about being able to sit with discomfort without immediately trying to escape it, without rushing to fix it, without forcing yourself to feel something else. And people who are truly okay don't feel the need to constantly say it. There's a calmness to them, a quiet kind of stability. They can say, yeah, I'm okay. It's been a rough week. I'm a bit tired. I'm figuring things out. There's flexibility in their answers. There's honesty. There's space for complexity. But when someone keeps saying, I'm happy, over and over again, what you're sometimes hearing is control. Control over how they're seen, control over what gets revealed, control over what stays hidden. And again, this isn't manipulation. Wow, it's protection. Most people don't even realize they're doing it. It builds slowly, through small moments. Moments where being honest felt uncomfortable or unnecessary or even unsafe. So the brain adapts. It simplifies everything into one safe response. I'm happy. And the world accepts it. Because happiness is easy. It doesn't create tension. It doesn't invite deeper questions. It keeps everything smooth. But here's the truth. Most people never say out loud. The more someone needs to say they're happy, the less stable that feeling usually is. Not always, but often enough to notice. So when you see someone like this, don't judge them. Don't assume they're fake. Try to understand what might actually be happening. They're not trying to convince you. They're trying to convince themselves. And if you see a bit of yourself in this, pause for a moment next time, right before you say it. I'm happy. Don't rush it. Just wait for a second longer than usual. And ask yourself quietly, is this what I'm actually feeling right now? Or is this just what I'm used to saying? Because there's nothing wrong with wanting to be okay. Nothing wrong with trying to stay positive. But there's something powerful about honesty. Even if the answer isn't perfect, you don't have to say, I'm not okay. It doesn't have to swing to the other extreme. Sometimes the most real answer is, I don't know. I'm a bit overwhelmed. I'm tired. It's complicated. I'm figuring things out. That's where awareness begins. Not in perfect emotions, but in honest ones. Because real happiness doesn't need to be repeated. It doesn't need to be protected. It doesn't need to be proven. It shows up quietly in moments where you're not trying to convince anyone, not even yourself. In that version, the quiet one, the honest one, the one that doesn't need words, that's the one that actually lasts.